Okay, so a while back I sold my Hyla EST, or rather I had a fellow collector do it since he lives in a larger city. And then another EST showed up, this time locally, for a really good price, like 150 bucks, which how you gonna beat that? So I was like, for that price I'm not going to ignore it. So I went and picked this up and it was filthy. I mean, this machine had so much dust in it, and I'm still working on it, or trying to rather, because I don't know if this motor is serviceable. Um, and here's the motor. So I got the front case off. Fortunately, it was just held in place with tabs. It is a Slovenian Domel motor, brushless. So it has, circuit boards that sit. It had two circuit boards that sit on either side of these machines, which are not there right now, and then it had a pentagon-shaped screw head, which I cannot find, or at least couldn't find locally. So I have an Amazon order coming today that's supposed to have pentagon-shaped bits. So hopefully I'll be able to get into this, but I can't really tell either. I mean, I look into here and I can't really tell what that what that is. I'm hoping this comes apart because I can tell that that front motor bearing is a little bit rough. And oh, let me find something to put this on. So this being a brushless motor, it like pops into different positions because it has magnets. But to me, it seems a little bit rough. And I mean, I can kind of hear that as I run it. But this machine is, yeah, there's my new cat. um, this machine's quite interesting because the exhaust actually comes out the front. So, it sucks the air in and then it shoots it out the front of it. And as for the unit itself, this is the first time I've actually had one of these apart, and I learned a little bit about it. So the first step to taking it apart is wanting to remove the cover from the handle. So you remove that, and then you're able to get at the two screws that are under it. From there, that lifts off, and then you have access to your cord and such. And this actually does not belong here. I just put it there to get it out of the way, making sure the cats don't mess with it. But yeah, that's where your cord sits, and then this layer comes off. I don't think there was anything holding this. And I made a little bit of a mistake and I actually broke one of these clips off because I was not sure how this thing came apart. And I just saw the two screws that are in the exhaust path. And I figured there has to be more of them. And I kind of thought, that maybe taking this grill out of here would allow me access to it. Well, I was wrong. So, yeah, broke one of the little clips, but whatever. And then here's where your circuit boards would be, one over here, and then, you have your peripheral exhaust here. And then this piece is secured in with two screws here, a screw here, a screw here, and two on the back. And from there, I always forget, it's the bottom that pulls out of there. But yeah, this is where the motor sits, and it has an odd-shaped air path, because it comes around. Here, let me light this up a little bit. So the exhaust comes out the back here, and then it goes through these panels, and these I popped out and just cleaned them off. They're kind of like a styrofoam material, and then it just it circles around the front, and it goes around the back, and then finally exits out the machine. I'm assuming it was, an attempt to try to deaden the sound of this thing, but it's just like, how much resistance is this air path causing? It just seems so unnecessary to me. And as you can see, I still haven't managed to get all of the dirt out of here, but, I've washed this thing like 2 or 3 times already, and it's like, okay, that's enough. Although I see some stuff I missed on there, too. Ugh. It bothers me a little bit, but it's like I know at the same time once I actually do start using it, it's not going to be that big a deal. But this is where this seal sits. So this sits over the top of here. And yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to fix this thing, because yeah, it smelled pretty badly of standing water and kind of dog too. So you know, here's hoping, because I don't know where to find one of these motors, or at least not a standalone motor. I'm sure you can get like the whole head unit from Hyla, but I sure don't want to do that. So, fingers crossed.